Imagine a world where two tech giants, once fierce rivals, join forces to redefine the future of innovation. On April 20th, 2025, Huawei and Xiaomi stunned the world with an unprecedented collaboration that promises to transform smartphones, smart homes, electric vehicles, and much more. This is not just a business deal. It's a radical shift that could challenge global leaders like Apple and Samsung. What does this mean for consumers, markets, and the course of technology? Buckle up, because this alliance is about to change everything. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest in tech. Subscribe to Data Dollar now and never miss an update on the innovations that are shaping the future of business and technology. Join our community. For years, Huawei and Xiaomi have been pillars of China's tech ecosystem, with a strong presence in smartphones, wearables, and consumer electronics. Huawei has shown remarkable innovation capabilities with its Kirin chips and Harmony OS operating system, despite restrictions imposed by the United States. Xiaomi, on the other hand, has gained fame for offering high-end devices at accessible prices, such as the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, and has recently made a strong push into electric vehicles and smart home ecosystems. Together, they accounted for 32% of the smartphone market in China during the fourth quarter of 2024, second only to Vivo. What's interesting is that these two companies were direct competitors for years, battling for supremacy in an extremely competitive sector. So, what led them to join forces? On that same April 20th, a post on X revealed that the popular Xiaomi Home app would become compatible with Harmony OS, allowing Xiaomi devices to be controlled from Huawei phones. The announcement, made during Huawei's Go Global Summit in Chongqing, marks the beginning of a collaboration that will include joint research in artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, and the Internet of Things. Analysts see this union as a blend of necessity and opportunity. Sanctions against Huawei restricted its access to Google services, pushing it to strengthen Harmony OS as a robust alternative to Android. Meanwhile, Xiaomi faces the challenge of differentiating its Hyper OS in an increasingly demanding global market. By combining resources, they aim to build a unified ecosystem capable of competing with Apple's closed system and Android's dominance. As Jacqueline Xu, president of global marketing at Huawei Cloud, stated, "Collaboration is the tool that unlocks unique value." The integration of Xiaomi Home with Harmony OS represents just the first step of a much more ambitious vision. There is already talk of developing a hybrid operating system that combines the best of Harmony OS and Hyper OS, potentially creating smartphones with advanced customization, AI-based features, and seamless connectivity between devices. Imagine a Xiaomi 15 Ultra running a combined system powered by the Kirin 9020 chip and Leica-optimized cameras. Moreover, Huawei's Ascend 910C chip, already used in AI models like DeepSeek's R1, could elevate Xiaomi devices with real-time translation and enhanced AI-driven photography. Xiaomi's expertise in delivering powerful yet affordable devices could also help Huawei expand into regions where Xiaomi already has a strong foothold, such as Europe and Southeast Asia. The Xiaomi Home and Harmony OS integration could be revolutionary for smart home users. Designed from the ground up for the Internet of Things, Harmony OS will now be able to control countless Xiaomi devices, from smart bulbs to vacuum cleaners and security cameras. This will create a unified platform where, for example, a Huawei Mate 70 could manage a Xiaomi thermostat or schedule the charging of the SU7 electric vehicle. It presents a more affordable and versatile alternative to Apple HomeKit and Google Home. With China's IoT market projected to reach $300 billion by 2027, Huawei and Xiaomi are positioning themselves as undisputed leaders in the field. The Xiaomi SU7, launched in 2024, has already made a significant impact with its competitive pricing and intelligent driving features. Although Huawei does not manufacture cars, it has made great strides in autonomous driving software, collaborating with manufacturers like SAIC and Dongfeng. Now the alliance would integrate Huawei's advanced driver assistance systems into Xiaomi's vehicles, creating a product comparable to Tesla's full self-driving, but at a much lower cost. Imagine a Xiaomi SU7 Ultra with vision-based autonomous assistance, a Kirin chip included, featuring automatic parking and highway navigation, all for under $30,000. This could accelerate China's leadership in the global electric vehicle market, where it already controls 60% of the supply chain. In March 2025, Huawei announced 6 joint Huawei Cloud initiatives focused on AI and cloud solutions for international markets. Xiaomi, with its expertise in AI-powered features like the 200-megapixel camera of the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, is an ideal partner. Both companies are developing an intelligent agent platform for homes and cars, directly competing with Amazon's Alexa and Google Assistant. This new platform will leverage Huawei's Ascend chips and Xiaomi's intuitive interfaces, offering assistants capable of anticipating user needs, from adjusting home temperatures to planning the most efficient travel routes. As AI adoption grows, Huawei and Xiaomi could emerge as leaders of a new generation of smart devices. The Huawei-Xiaomi alliance is not just a business move, it is a geopolitical statement. Against the backdrop of US sanctions and economic uncertainty, Chinese tech companies are driven to innovate autonomously. This collaboration reduces dependence on Western technology, strengthens domestic supply chains, and opens new avenues for global expansion. China's state subsidies for the electronics sector, set to expand in 2025, will further boost their growth. For consumers, this means more choices at lower prices. A high-end Huawei Xiaomi phone could cost around $500, half the price of an iPhone 16. Their electric vehicles could bring autonomous driving to a much wider audience. In smart homes, the joint ecosystem could offer a more accessible alternative to expensive Western solutions. However, not everything is positive. Privacy concerns remain a sensitive issue. Both companies have faced criticism over their data handling practices, and a unified ecosystem could intensify these fears, particularly in regions with strict regulations like Europe under GDPR. Globally, this partnership challenges the current market balance. In China, Apple's market share fell by 18.2% in the fourth quarter of 2024, while Huawei and Xiaomi saw significant growth. Samsung could also find itself under pressure, especially as Xiaomi strengthens its premium brand image. If Huawei and Xiaomi succeed in their ambitious plans, the technological landscape could undergo a radical reshaping, forcing Western giants to speed up their own innovation. What lies ahead is more than just a collaboration. It's a full-scale technological revolution. By 2026, we could see smartphones running the Harmony OS HyperOS system, leading global sales. Xiaomi electric vehicles with Huawei autonomous driving technology surpassing Tesla in Asia, and a smart home ecosystem pushing HomeKit into obsolescence. This is not just about devices, it's about building a more connected, intelligent, and accessible world. For China, it's a step toward technological sovereignty. For consumers, it's the promise of large-scale innovation. And for competitors, it's a clear warning: adapt or fall behind. As the industry watches closely, one thing is certain: Huawei and Xiaomi are rewriting the rules, and nothing will ever be the same again. This unexpected twist also sends a strong message to other Chinese tech companies. For years, China's digital ecosystem has been fragmented, with each company pushing its own closed platform. The Huawei-Xiaomi cooperation breaks that mold and sets a precedent for future strategic alliances among domestic players. If this experiment succeeds, it would not be surprising to see other firms like Oppo, Vivo, or even component manufacturers like BYD and CATL joining the collaboration trend to compete more effectively on the global stage. At an innovation level, this synergy could accelerate developments that would otherwise take years. By sharing research centers, talent, algorithms, and computing resources, Huawei and Xiaomi could shorten product development cycles and experiment more rapidly with new technologies like generative AI, edge computing, and 6G networks. The collaborative approach could lead to breakthroughs that not only redefine tech consumption, but also influence global standards in connectivity, security, and automation. In education and talent development, the alliance opens significant opportunities as well. Both companies are investing in joint programs with Chinese universities to train the next generation of engineers in AI, robotics, and automotive engineering. This effort not only fuels the expansion of their ecosystems, but also strengthens China's technological self-sufficiency in strategic fields. By attracting global talent, Huawei and Xiaomi could position themselves as leaders in shaping expertise for the emerging multipolar world. Another key aspect is user experience. By integrating their platforms, the two brands can offer seamless continuity between devices, apps, and services. A user could start a video call on their phone, continue it on their TV, control home lighting with voice commands from their electric car, and receive personalized content recommendations across all devices. This vision of a frictionless tech experience is exactly what made Apple a global leader. And Huawei and Xiaomi now seek not only to replicate, but to surpass that model. In emerging markets, where access to high-end technology has been limited by cost, this collaboration could democratize access to next-generation solutions. Smartphones with advanced AI, affordable electric vehicles, and connected homes would no longer be a luxury reserved for a few, but a tangible reality for millions. Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia are poised to be the regions where this proposal could have the greatest impact, gradually displacing Western brands' influence. Finally, this alliance could also redefine the global debate on tech control and digital sovereignty. By building a competitive alternative to US dominance in software, chips, and platforms, China is sending a clear message. It no longer depends on Silicon Valley to define the future. This narrative of technological autonomy not only strengthens China's geopolitical standing, but also raises questions about the future of the global digital order. Could this mark the beginning of the end of Western monopoly over innovation? Huawei and Xiaomi believe so, and they are determined to prove it. If you enjoyed the video and would like to continue learning about technology and markets, subscribe to Data Dollar and leave a like. See you next time.